You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Our special guest today demonstrates that anyone at any age can make a difference in bettering the lives of companion animals. He hasn't yet reached the legal age to vote, but he is leading a successful campaign against animal cruelty. And when he's not being the number one teenager for pets, he's pursuing his other passions, singing in a band and acting with his latest performance in the hit movie, The Trouble with the Curve. I want all of you to please give pause and applause to the one and only Lou Wegner. Hey, welcome to the show, Lou.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right. Now, Lou and I met at the red carpet during the recent Hero Dog Award that was sponsored by the American Humane Association, and it was in Beverly Hills, darlings. And we're going to catch up with all he's doing after we take this commercial break. So you guys know the drill. Sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. We're excited to have Lou Wegner as our special guest. Now, in the world of helping animals and in the world of entertainment, his star is rising. I want you to remember his name, Lou Wegner. That's Wegner. Now, Lou, besides crusading for companion animals, I want to let you know we have a couple of things in common. Are you curious about that?
I'm very curious.
Okay, first of all, I wish we shared the same birth year, but that is not a realistic comment. But we're both from the Midwest. You're from Ohio, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm a Hoosier from Crown Point, Indiana. Where in Ohio?
Right downtown Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Go Bucks.
Woohoo! All right, now we have something else in common.
What else?
You and I both got to have our photos taken with Betty White at the Hero Dog Awards. And
that's a great thing to have in common.
I know, but, I was checking out our Facebook pages. We both posted our pictures with Betty White on our Facebook pages. Nice, huh?
That was so cool. I mean, she's such an inspiration to everybody, and she's such a nice person, too. I was so intimidated talking to her, but then when I actually got to meet her and sit down with her, we started having a little conversation, and she's great.
I have this prediction. You are going to be the 21st century version of Betty White for pets. Now, I'm not asking you to become a chick. I'm just saying, right now, she started about your age helping pets. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So she's 90 years old. I want you to live to be 100 or whatever. But what do you think about having the opportunity to kind of carry on what she's doing?
Oh my gosh, that's a big weight on my shoulders.
No, we don't want to wait. No.
That would be amazing. She's just done so much for every kind of animal out there. She doesn't really focus on any specific animal, and I love the work she does. And I got a long way to go to get to her point, but it's definitely something that would be amazing if I ever did get to that point. So. Well, just keep working, taking it one step at a time,
I'm rooting for you, Lou. I think you can do it. Seriously, I'm not just saying that. I meet a lot of people in the pet world, and you're kind of a guy that doesn't just say, well, maybe we should do something about it. So let's get right into it. You didn't even have your license to drive, and yet you started the group Kids Against Animal Cruelty, and the website is kidsagainstanimalcruelty.org. So bring us up to speed. What got you involved in the world of helping pets and to boldly create this now international organization?
Well, first of all, I still don't have my license. My mom and dad made a compromise. My dad said I could get my license when I was 16. My mom wanted me to wait till I was 18. So the compromise, I have to wait till I'm 17, which is okay because I'm almost there. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. But I got started with animals back when I was about 3 years old. My parents put me into zoo camp, and I started working with animals in the zoo and just feeding them and cleaning up after them, but, learning about conservation and stuff like that. And then when I got a little bit older, when I was about 10, I went over to a wildlife camp, and then I actually started to work with, abused or hurt animals in nature like hawks, skunks, and raccoons, and coyotes, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So that was really, really cool. And then when I came out here to California to start acting when I was 13, the first film I ever did, Be Good to Eddie Lee, which is a great film. It was directed by Kaylee Briel, and Kaylee Briel kind of got me into online social media and online networking through shelters. And I didn't realize, at such a young age that animals were being put down in shelters, because you think of a shelter, you think it's a safe place and they just, all the animals are safe in there, but you don't know that they're actually being euthanized because of overcrowding and stuff like that. Wow. And so then I got introduced to some people like Stephanie Levy, who got me volunteering at my first shelter, which was Baldwin Park Animal Shelter in Los Angeles County. And then Wendon Swift, who actually told me that I need to go start and do my own thing. And I've been thinking about, that's my mom's phone. The agent's calling.
Oh, is that
She's going
David?
in the other bed.
Yeah.
No, that was my agent, Joe Lee. I have an audition today, so I think he's calling to give us the details.
Okay, well, having work is a good thing, and the show's called Oh Behave, so you don't have to. So keep going, man. I'm impressed with all the names you can remember right off the top of your head. Okay,
so I mean, those three people are who really got me to where I am, and without them, I would never have made it this far. So I mean, they have to be mentioned. They're like my idols,
Nice.
So Wendon was telling me that I need to do my own thing. And so when we were out holding signs one day, one of our signs said that we were Kids Against Animal Cruelty. And then I was like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect name for our group. So we finally got the name down, and we finally came up with a Facebook page and then I had like 47 friends on the page, and that was about it. And then we just kept networking, and through social media, people started to look at the page and started getting a couple of thousand. But then I did a lovely show called The Young Icons, and because of that, I mean, Kids Against Animal Cruelty blew up into like the 10,000s, and it was insane. And then from there on, it's just been, I've had so much notoriety with Kids Against Animal Cruelty that it's been such a help because, there's so many people on the page that it just makes it so much easier to place homes and find fosters and stuff like that. So that's basically how I kind of started, and that's pretty much where I am today. Now we have over 12,000 members, and we're working with about 50,000 people globally, so it's growing.
And you still can't drive a car. Nice.
Still can't have a car. Not let me drive a car.
Well, you know what, though? You just proved that you just don't talk the talk. You're doing it. So where are some of the places people with Kids Against Animal Cruelty outside of the United States? What are some of the countries that you've got some folks that are really behind your cause?
The three big ones are Paris, Australia, and India. That's mainly, there's a lot of work. In India, there's these women that whenever I post on my personal page that I'm going out for auditions and stuff, they're always saying that they make a little prayer circle and pray for me that I get the role. So I think that's really sweet. But, India, they have a lot of strays, but they have a lot of people down there who have hardly any money, who are using their money to feed the animals because in their eyes, the animals are people too. It's like a whole bunch of homeless people on the streets, and they want to help their own, and I just think that's the coolest thing ever.
Not bad from a kid from Columbus, Ohio, huh?
Oh my God. I never even thought I'd be able to even come out here to do acting. It's always something I always wanted to try, but I never even knew how to get into it. And I think we were on the way home from a baseball game, and we heard some ad on the radio for looking for young actors down at the convention center in Columbus. So please come by and we'll give you like a little commercial read. And I didn't want to do it at first. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. There's probably like a whole bunch of really good people there. And all my friends were like, you got to do it. You have to do it. My mom was like, Lou, just try it. And I was like, okay. So I tried it, and then I did the commercial, and I thought I did terrible, but then apparently they thought I did amazing. And
really?
The talent scout who watched my little audition put me in some acting classes for a couple months, and then that's where I found my agency. And Joe Lee and Chris Ledford, and they brought me out here, and I've been auditioning and acting ever since. So,
well, if you go to imdb.com and check out Lou Wegner, listeners, I'm telling you, what are you in high school now? Are you a junior or a senior?
I'm a junior, yes.
Okay, you're a junior, but I'm looking at your training. Oh my gosh, you have been accomplished in sword play, taekwondo, you can horseback ride, you can snowboard, and I love this one. Your performer skills are listed as, are you ready for that? Your accents. Southern, Australian, and Midwest. Now, we got the Midwest down pat. You were born with that.
Yeah.
Give me a little example of Australian, matey.
All right. I just did an audition for one where they had me do an Australian accent. All right. Good eye, mate. How's that?
Good. Now, Southern. Let's go for it.
Southern. Oh, here's a really good one. See if you can recognize what this is from. My mother asked me what the capital of North Carolina was, and I said Washington, D.C. I don't really want to get too much farther than that.
All right, I'm give up. Who is that?
That was from Talladega Nights, and then as I started doing that, I realized, wait, I can't really go into that. That'd be bad, but that's one of the scenes at the dinner table.
Yeah. Well, where are you learning the accents? What are some tips you can give other teens on trying to master different accents?
For me, it's, I don't watch a lot of TV, but we go and we see so many movies, you just mimic everything that you watch. Whenever I hear an accent, I just start mimicking it. And then once I kind of get it down, then I start saying I can actually do it. And it goes down there in the little special skills box. And so, yeah. Just keep watching movies over and over again, like especially Pirates of the Caribbean, and you see all the pirates like Johnny Depp and all the other actors in there. You just you pick it up after a while because we watch it so many times, and you just keep practicing and practicing, and then eventually it's like everything. Practice makes perfect, and you eventually just get it down, and then you got it.
You look on your resume, you're quite a student of acting. You're going to regular high school, right? Or you're being homeschooled? What?
I'm being homeschooled online. It sucks.
Oh. Why?
I went to school for all the way through, my whole life up until high school. And, I was in Catholic school, so that wasn't, it wasn't like going to regular school, but still, it's totally different. You're sitting at home all day and in front of a computer. And I don't know. I have a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky you get to be homeschooled. And I have other friends who are like, that sucks. And,
you're a very personal guy, and I think you like being around people, don't you? You think maybe that's what it is?
I think it's, I miss being with people. I miss going to lunch and stuff and every day, and I miss recess and just hanging out with friends. And because, it's hard as an actor because, I meat a lot of friends on set. But you really only see your friends at auditions or on set or if you go to like big group events, but rarely you ever me and other actors, we really don't hang out on a daily basis that much, because we're always too busy with auditions and stuff like that.
Well, not only auditions, but I'm looking at you're getting homeschooled, but my gosh, you have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, almost 15 different workshops or classes in different types of acting. You're like squeezing in some good schooling to be in the movies like you're doing, right?
Yeah, well, it's Hollywood, and I feel like even now, I just kind of feel like I'm still kind of, I don't want to be green to the acting, and I want to make sure I can master every single type of acting, because, I want to be able to do everything. I don't want to be like typecast as just one kind of an actor. I want to be able to do every single role out there. So I really got to be able to master all the different types of acting. So I just wanted to take as many classes as I could just to get familiar with everything and just practice. And, now it's just really cool because, I can go into scripts and do dramas or comedies and improv, theater. Those are so much fun, but.
Yeah, I like the one that you can do stage combat, swords and hand to hand. So I guess I shouldn't try to wrestle you, huh?
I've been in martial arts since I was about 5 years old, and I've still been doing it to this day. That's like the one sport that I haven't really stopped doing, other than snowboarding, but that's only like a winter sport. I don't get to do that all year long, which sucks, but that's okay. But stage combat, we drove by it out here for about a year, and I kept wondering what it was, and finally it was this place called Swordplay LA, and we stopped by. And I met this incredible dude named TJ Sensula, who's now my sword master. And he just immediately, he's like, dude, yeah, come join the class. So I started doing it. And, it's different because, it's hard. You can't really hit your opponent in stage combat. So at first I had a hard time with that. But now the funny thing is sometimes I'll go to sparring and I get really embarrassed because I'll be in a sparring match and then I'll go to get like that final couple points in the sparring tournament. And I'll miss the guy because I'm so used to missing in stage combat. I'm like, oh, no. So it's fun. It's hard to kind of go back and forth between the two, though, because it's two completely different styles of fighting.
Oh, I can see now. When you're doing the stage combat, you've got to miss. Otherwise, you're going to have a shiner or a broken arm or something, right?
It's hard doing martial arts and stage combat at the same time because, with martial arts, you're so used to hitting people. In stage combat, you can't. But you just really know in stage combat, oh, my gosh, there's just so many things going through your mind. Like, I better not hit my opponent, just stuff like that. But once you've been doing it for a while, you kind of get used to it. And there's little things in stage combat, like it's hard to explain without being able to show you. But things like, if I'm going to punch someone, make sure they're starting their reaction before I actually throw the punch. Just stuff like that. Or
that's a good tip. Yeah.
Doing like spin moves. Always look around your shoulder and don't actually bring the weapon around until you see that their weapon is already on their way to the blocking, where they're going to block and stuff like that. And there's just little things for every single move to just to make sure that everyone stays safe. So it's good. But you can see my stage combat if you check out warriorshowdown.com.
Okay.
You can vote. My fight hasn't come out yet. It's like a tournament. And there's like 50 warriors and fans vote in the top 16. And then those 16 have a tournament just to see who's like the coolest. But every fight is by votes. So if someone voted in a baby and they're fighting a gladiator, if people voted for the baby could beat the gladiator.
I gotcha.
So you can vote for me. I'm the hero of legend, which is basically Link from the Zelda games. So yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can get 800,000 votes for you from our show. Would that be nice?
Oh my gosh, I'd probably jump up and down and scream, and but that'd be the coolest thing ever. All
right, guys, we have a homework assignment from Lou Wegner, and it is to go to warriorshowdown.com and vote for Hero of Legend.
Yeah, just go to Hero of Legend, and it's cool because there's 4 fights out already, so you can see that there are 4 fights, and there's still 4 fights to come. Mine's the next fight coming out, and you can kind of vote for all the fights you want to win and just go by round, and it's a really cool website. It's just a lot of action, so if you're into that, that's definitely something you want to check out.
All right. We're speaking with actor and animal advocate Lou Wegner, and we're going to have to take a quick commercial break so we can pay for the show. But everybody, I want you to hang tight because we're going to talk about him, and he's in a band, and he had a role in a new movie that you guys have all seen or going to see again, and it's called Trouble with the Curve. And I want you to find out about his personal puppy posse that he has in Ohio and elsewhere. But everybody just sit and stay. We'll be right back after we take this commercial break.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. All Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
They are my friends, they are my children, they are the furry students and kids. They are my family, they understand me, that's how I love my pets.
I Love My Pets, the new single by Mark Winter, available in iTunes.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, this is Betty White, and I'm inviting you to tune in to the O Behave Show with Arden Moore on Pet Life Radio.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to O Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the O Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. I like you, Lou. There's some about you. There's some Midwest quality about you. You must be from, I'm going to guess, like Columbus, Ohio, right?
I am from Columbus, Ohio.
I think it's good that we came from the Midwest. Think about all the people that have made something, a difference, that have had Midwest roots, you know?
It's weird. My mom and I, we get stopped all the time, like almost every day, and people are just like, "You're not from here, are you?" And we're like, "What?" They're like, you're too polite. I'm like, "Oh." And apparently, like, you know, just the fact that I say please and thank you, people are sometimes like, they don't even think I'm from California. I'm like, okay, but it's crazy, and people stop us all the time. It's hilarious.
Well, keep that. That's a good quality. Johnny Carson had it. You know, David Letterman's from the Midwest. There's a zillion of people. Just be true to yourself, okay, Lou?
Okay.
That's your homework assignment from Arden Moore. But
all
you know what? I got to say, your agent came up to me during the Hero Dog Awards, and, you know, there's a zillion celebrities all around, but he said, "I really need you to meet a guy. He's a young man. He's really doing great things." And he was speaking about you, Lou, and I got to tell you, he was sincere. And so when you came strutting down the red carpet, well, you didn't really strut. You were very polite. What'd you think about the event and the Hero Dogs? And was this your first red carpet with the Hero Dogs?
Yeah, it was my first time ever walking for the Hero Dog Awards, and it was really cool because I was there, and I was really excited to see Daniel the Beagle. I was actually networking him with a lot of people before he got put into the gas chamber, and then we found out he got gassed, and we were all upset, but we found out he was alive. We were like screaming, and you know, that's just one of the greatest stories ever, and not just because of something I heard about, because I was actually working on trying to find him a home with a whole bunch of people, and you know, I wasn't like the main person networking him. I mean, he was in another state. There was thousands of people working on this dog, but just the fact that I was at least a part of that thread was just something that was really amazing. And just to see him up for an award was really cool. And then like parents, and I thought that was fantastic. And then one of the coolest things about that event was I actually got to, I've never gotten to like go to the red carpet and say I'm wearing someone. So I actually got to go, and I was wearing Reese, and they did Kate Middleton's engagement dress, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But yeah.
You weren't wearing a dress, though. I can testify.
No, I was not wearing a dress.
Well, tell us your outfit. Describe your outfit. Who are you wearing, Lou? Let's pretend we're back on the red carpet. Who are you wearing, Lou Wegner?
I'm wearing Reese. I'm just kidding. Right now I'm wearing American Apparel sweatpants and a sweatshirt. But
all right, that sounds good. Now, you somehow managed to find time to be in a band, and it's called Pop Trio Blonde. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, talk about that.
Blonde is my new band. I used to be in a band called Two Blonde, and then we went our separate ways.
Okay.
And now I'm in a band called Blonde, and it's with my friend Emily Capehart, who's the president of the West Virginia Kids Against Animal Cruelty chapter, and then my other friend Lacey Kay, who's also huge into working with the LA chapter because she lives out here. And we have our first music video coming out pretty soon. Emily's actually flying out, I think, in 2 weeks, and we're going to try to record the song and get it all moving. And so basically, I don't want to give too much away, but it's about the wild Mustangs, and it's about saving the wild Mustangs. It's going to feature an Indian boy, and it's going to be all in the West. Nice. So it's going to be cool.
Now, how would you describe the kind of music, your style?
It's cool because we have the beat, and it sounds like a Western movie. It's really cool. It's like a mixture of it's like a rock classic Western. It's weird, but it's really cool. It really flows too. It's awesome. It's got like Spanish kind of guitar features in it. It's got a little bit of like Bon Jovi, Wanted Dead or Alive kind of guitar in it. It's got like a little bit of like pop in the background. There's just a lot of different elements to it, and it just sounds really cool. And there's like native drums in it too. I don't know how to explain it. It's really cool though.
Now, do you play any instruments, or are you strictly vocals?
I play guitar.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You don't play the glockenspiel or anything like that? You know, I don't know if there's a big demand for that. Okay. Well, if you need a glockenspiel player, let me know, because I flunked out at that in high school band, but I can play
What is that?
That's like a shrunken down xylophone.
Oh. Okay.
So I can do a really nice Avon lady ding dong bell really well. That's my talent. Two note Arden. That's what they call me.
Wait, what's it called again?
A glockenspiel. Can't make
All
that
right,
up.
if I ever need a glockenspiel, you're going to be the first person I call.
Really? All right, you guys, we got him on record. We got Lou Wegner on record. Now, music aside, I want you to go through the lineup of the pets that you have at home in Ohio and explain some of their namesake or how you got their name, because you've got quite a creative list of doggies. Go for it.
Well, 2 of our dogs just passed.
Okay,
Indy, we named her after Indiana Jones, like in the movie. She's a Siberian Husky.
Aww.
And she just passed away after 12 years, I think. Or
Okay.
what was it, Mom? 12? Oh, 13. 13 years.
All right.
And oh man, she was so pretty, and I miss her so much. And our Dalmatian Belle from Beauty and the Beast just passed at 21.
Oh my gosh,
she
21-year-old Dalmatian? 21
I
years
know.
old?
We thought she was going down at like 13, then she was better, and then we thought she was going down at 15, then she got better, and you know, it's sad because she spent most of the time just sitting in one of the rooms. Like she wasn't very mobile. She would eat, she'd go outside to go to the bathroom, but she just spent most of her time just kind of hanging out in the back to herself.
She's like in dog years double the age of Betty White is now.
I know. It's insane how old she lived.
Wow. Well, we celebrate both Indy and Belle. So who's at your place now?
Now we have Harry Potter, who he was shot in the head, and it's crazy. I guess the bullet just missed every single one of his internal organs, and he just has no internal damage. He just has a big scar on his head. He looks like Harry Potter, and it's the cutest thing ever.
And what kind of dog is Harry Potter?
He's like a shepherd mix. He's got the same colors as a shepherd, but he's like the size of a lab.
Okay.
He's still really hairy like a shepherd, but he's just so cute. We love Harry so much, and he just lays on his back all day. He loves to be pet, and all the little ones jump on him and lay on him, and it's just so cute. And then we have Guardian, who's my little baby. He was Rick and Holly Rowdy. They helped us get him from Baldwin Park after Belle passed, and he's a little bubby. He's got this little underbite, and we call him the Bubba Teeth. His nickname is Bubby.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think he's the first dog that we ever actually kept the name that he had from the shelter, because he really is just such a guardian. He guards all of our souls, and he's a sweet little guy. And I remember when Indy was sick, she wouldn't eat. And one of the days I was feeding them in Ohio, Guardian just gets up and leaves his food bowl. And he goes, and all I see first I just see his little butt coming through the door, and then he's dragging Indy, who's a husky, and she's a big dog, and Guardian's like a pug beagle. So he's a little puggle, and he's not that big, so he's dragging Indy by the collar all the way into the food room and just kind of sits on top of her till she eats her food, and then he just walks off. Okay, my job's done. And
that is a true guardian.
Yeah, so there's just memorable moments like that. He's a great little guy. Then we have Rosie, who we found in a trash can by the Rose Bowl, so we call her Rosie, and she's a little Min Pin Chihuahua. And then we have Prince William, who we got during the wedding of Kate Middleton and Prince William.
I bet Prince William is very proud of that. Okay, describe the four-legged Prince William.
He is. He runs the house. Oh my gosh, you can't even walk into that house without that one like all over you, making sure you're cool and stuff like that. He's funny.
Does he have a British accent?
He does.
Okay,
it's heavy.
All right.
And then we have Soda Pop, who's our little dachshund, and she was in a puppy mill. You know, she's never been out, so she kind of, when she walks, she looks like a weasel because she hunches over when she walks and runs, and she's never been out of a cage before until we adopted her.
Oh my.
And Baldwin Park helped us get Soda Pop, and it's just so sad. But we call her Soda Pop because it's like you just shook her up and you just open the soda can link, because she's all over the place. She's so crazy and happy, and so she's my mom's little angel.
Okay.
And, and then out here we have Draco Malfoy. My mom calls him Draco Malfoy. There's a big debate in the family whether he's Draco Malfoy or Draco the Dragon from Dragonheart. Either way, he's cute, but he can be mean sometimes. Oh man, that's why we call him Draco the Dragon. He's a crazy little guy.
What kind of dog?
He's the only pure Chihuahua we've ever had, but he looks like a fox. He's got long red hair, and he's got like the puffy white hair under his neck, and he's got the bushy tail, and he's just a cute little guy. So that's the gang.
Oh my gosh, that's quite a gang. I want to make sure that people know some of the different websites to go to. So we've got kidsagainstanimalcruelty.org, right? Tell us about how they can get involved on Facebook, Twitter, and all those other fun things. Take it away, Lou.
With Twitter, real quick, we kind of, it's CAC 33, it's the initials of Kids Against Animal Cruelty 33.
Okay.
And we haven't been doing that much on Twitter lately just because we've been doing so much on Facebook, and we really haven't been promoting the Twitter page as much. But you do have
some YouTube PSAs too, though, right?
Yeah, we have a couple of YouTube PSAs. And if anyone's ever looking to a PSA, you have to call my friend Daniel Lee. He's the best. He films all of them. He directs all of them. And we did one with Denise Richards that he did. We did one with Melise Zhao and Devin Fox at the divorce shelter that he did. And one of the greatest things, if you want to get involved too, with LA shelters is Pup My Ride with Miss Robin Harmon with Best Friends. She runs that. And Pup My Ride is a transport. You can go volunteer. They take about 40 dogs to other states like Montana, Utah, Oregon, and I think Idaho. And that's a great one because they just take all the animals out to other states, out of the shelters, and they work mainly out of Baldwin Park. And it's It's just a huge transport that's awesome. And then if you want to get involved with Kids Against Animal Cruelty, you can come on my Facebook page, Kids Against Animal Cruelty, and we network animals almost 24/7. And there's lots to help. We need lots of help with Kids Against Animal Cruelty always. And then in other states, we're in. I think we're in, including. Okay, I don't know how many states, I can name them. We have chapters in Ohio, West Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Minnesota, Arizona. We have 2 in New York. And then coming next month, we're going to be adding Missouri and Texas. So we're going for all 50.
Good for you. Well, I definitely want people to dash over there, but I would be remiss if I don't ask you, come on. You were with Amy Adams, the newly married Justin Timberlake, and some guy named Clint Eastwood in Trouble with the Curve. So tell us about what your role is on that, and did you get a chance to have any insights from any of these stars?
Oh my gosh, every time someone asks me about that, I have to thank Tim Moore because of him, he got me on set, and I got to work with Clint Eastwood, and I ate lunch with Clint Eastwood actually.
You did?
Yeah, he's like the one guy, like the one celebrity on that set that actually just came into the cafeteria and ate with everybody, all the crew, and just started talking to people. And I met him. I was so intimidated at first. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to Clint Eastwood right now. But, he's such a nice guy. He's so cool.
You didn't do any make my day comments, did you?
No.
Okay. You restrained yourself. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. What about Justin or Amy?
Amy Adams, I kind of walked up to on my own. She was at the craft services table during shooting, and I was right there too. So I just kind of wanted to say, oh my God, I'm a huge fan. And she's really sweet. She's really humble too. We talked for about 5 minutes. And but Justin Timberlake, I think, was my favorite because of the fact that when I got personally introduced to him by Tim Moore, and when I was introduced, he, instead of talking about like acting or singing, because he knows about that I act and I sing and he sings and acts, he went straight into animal rescue.
Really?
And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever from a celebrity, just immediately just talking about how he just rescued an animal. I think he has 3, but it was one of I will never forget that personally. That was just really cool. It wasn't just like, hey, oh my gosh, you're the best actor, I love your music. It was, hey, I just adopted an animal, oh my gosh, you should check it out, stuff like that. And I thought that's something that's so cool.
Well, that shows that, to me, you actually had a real conversation instead of just a one-way admiration comments, don't you think?
Exactly. That's why it was
That's what you need. That's what you need. Yeah. Well, I'm impressed, and I was looking at your resume. My gosh, not only the Trouble with the Curve, and tell us you play a teen baseball fan. So tell me, so everybody can pay attention to that scene. Set us up so we know.
My role isn't in the movie. Hopefully, it'll be in the extended edition. We'll see. But what it was it was like a short little scene, and basically I was taking my girlfriend to her first baseball game, and she'd never been to one before. So I was kind of just telling her about the game and why it's America's pastime, explained her the rules and stuff, and she wasn't getting it. So I just kind of put my arm around her and was like, all right, you'll see. And but it was cool because I got to be directed by Robert Lorenz, and he was standing there with the camera like 2 inches away from my face, and they had the big boom mic over us. So it was a really cute little scene. But I'm still in the movie. Like, you can see myself 10 times if you really look for me. I am going to be looking for you, Lou Wegner. And on TV, you've been on Modern Family, Men of a Certain Age. Those are pretty big shows. I know I loved watching Men of a Certain Age. And Eric Stonestreet on Modern Family and I, we have a connection. We're both part of the Benefold Dream Dog Park team. We help build $500,000 dream dog parks all over the country. And he and I and Jason Cameron are the dream team members, if you will. I'm looking at it from the dog's point of view. He obviously has his celebrityness, and Jason is host of the do-it-yourself Desperate Landscape, so he's the one moving the earth. But what'd you think about being on Modern Family? That was one of the coolest sets ever. Everyone on set was so nice. I remember during one of the breaks, we were playing basketball, and Ed O'Neill came out and started playing with us. And that was just one of the coolest things ever. Yeah, I'm like, how often you can say I got to play basketball with Ed O'Neill? Because, we were all sitting in a basketball court, all the celebrities and me and a couple of my other friends. We were just all hanging out in there with a couple snacks and stuff. But then there was the big hoop on the other side, and we saw basketball. So we're like, okay, we got to hit this up. And Ed O'Neill came over with us, and we played knockout. We played a little 2-on-2 and 3-on-3. So it was really cool. No, that's nice. I just love that it wasn't the celebrities weren't just sitting in their chairs texting, or they actually decided to interact with the people who were the smaller roles. They were And for me, I was featured. If you see the episode, it's the 6th episode in the first season. I'm the fencer fencing Manny, And then I sit behind the cast and for the rest of it. So it's cool.
Well, I'll check it out. Hey, Lou, before we go, please, here's your chance. Reach out to kids of all ages with Kids Against Animal Cruelty. What's a main comment you want to make before we have to call it a day on the show? What can we do?
The main thing that we tell kids is just to be pet responsible, and a pet is for life. And just go to a local shelter to get your pet, because, the people don't realize the 4 to 6 million animals that are put down just in U.S. shelters every year. And so you just be pet responsible, make sure you go to your local shelter, adopt, spay, neuter your pets, and check out Kids Against Animal Cruelty. And Love That Dog Hollywood, Kids and Animals is my radio show that I do every Saturday morning. And then we talk about animals all the time. And it's co-hosted with my friend Lulu Cerrone, who does her own charity, Lemonade Warriors. And that's produced by Addie Daddio. I don't know if you know her. She's kind of all over the place. But
oh, yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're everywhere, man. I hope you sleep sometime.
And that's the thing. I do a lot of my networking at night because I'm auditioning during the day and I'm going out during the day. And if I did my networking during the day, I just have really sad demeanor all the time. So a lot of my networking, because there's a lot, we get a lot of animals out, but there's also a lot of animals that don't make it, and it gets really sad sometimes.
Yes, I am.
So I try to keep most of my networking in the late day and through the evening and nighttime. So.
Well, I think you're pawsome. I don't just think you're awesome. I think you're pawsome, and I have been very impressed with you, and I hope people really pay attention to what Lou Wegner's saying, because you are making a difference. And from one Midwesterner who's doing her part for pets, let me know if there's some things I can do to help out, and I definitely will do a shout out for you.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Arden. Then thank you for having me on the show. This was such an honor. I'm so excited.
I hope you had fun. It's better than doing homework at home, being homeschooled, right?
Oh, I 100% agree with that. I was doing a little bit of homework before you called, actually. I was finishing up some chemistry homework.
Oh, well, don't ask me for any help on that regard. But
speaking of chemistry, oh my gosh, I have a quick joke for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, the answer is a chemical equation. All right, so if H2O is on the inside of a fire hydrant, what's on the outside?
I have no idea.
K9P.
Ah! All right. Hey, I want everybody to please dash over to kidsagainstanimalcruelty.org. Check out Lou Wegner, Wegner. He is an up-and-coming rising star, not only in movies, TV, but in the paw power. And I'm just really honored that we got to hook up at the Hero Dog Awards. Hey, guys, I'm so excited that we've had Lou Wegner on the show. You got to check this young man out. He is making a difference. And I want you to go to kidsagainstanimalcruelty.org and check him in the movies, check him on TV. This kid is everywhere. And one day he's going to be able to get a driver's license. I can't wait. So what's the car you want? What's your dream car, Lou?
Oh, my dream car. Well, we'll see if I can get there. Is a Porsche Carrera.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a lot better than a Kia, right?
Yeah. But as I always tell my friends right now, wheels are wheels. I'm happy with anything. Oh my gosh. And there's so many homeless people out here. I think I'd probably feel bad driving a Porsche Carrera.
Well, I have a feeling you give every day in many, many ways. So don't apologize. You're a good guy from Columbus, Ohio, who's done good.
Yeah, well, thank you. And you're doing a great job yourself.
All right, and I also want to give pause and applause to our cool producer, Mark Winter. He makes this show happen each and every week. You've got to dash over to all the shows on Pet Life Radio. We've got some great hosts, and we're trying to get 1 million listeners. We've got about 800,000 right now, so please, please, please share this show with your friends. And until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do, and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.